chronologically, the first track that I wrote on the record was from June 9th, 2018, which is International Man of Mystery. And I'm a little embarrassed with how it started. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, preface. Artists often, and you'll hear this throughout their careers, they'll like, before they find their voice, they sound like the year that they're singing. So this is very, you'll hear the kind of tail ends of like I don't want to say this and have people be like, you still are that, but like very indie girl vowel, like the way that I held the words in my mouth is very like late 2010s and was even worse in high school. Like the fake British kind of like, kind of thing. I kind of did that, which is bad. But anyways, I think I found my actual like breath now, but you'll hear the ends of that in this. I do remember where I was when I started writing this. I was I write in the kitchen a lot. I was in the kitchen in my Nashville home, and I had just visited California and had spent some time with my brother and my sister, and we were out for lunch in Davis. And my brother shared a story with me that he's never told me before, where he essentially almost died after a party because he was under the influence of a lot of stuff, and he decided to drive home, and he was in Santa Cruz, and there's no street lights, and it was just back roads. And he remembers like only thing he told me remembers he like was driving, and he remembers like coming back up from like on the seat next to him. He told me the story. I was upset. And then I went back to Nashville, and I was so mad that he had like almost died and didn't share it with me, or like was struggling with substance or whatever and didn't share it with me because he was embarrassed. And so I remember I just like broke down in my house and was like weeping, writing these opening lines to be like, fuck you. Like, and I used it as kind of like my brother's an international man of mystery was me being like, he's not in my life. He's not telling me the truth. He's not sharing when he needs help. And I was like really upset at him. So it was kind of this like, the whole song was sort of written as like a jab to him. And then it became like one of his favorite songs and one of my family's favorite songs because it was just so, it was so him and so fun after a while just to like share his stories and share like the legend that he carries himself as. And it's still hard to sing sometimes, but anyways, that's where it started. So I probably am like puffy and red in this voice memo.
My brother's an international man. Brother's an international man of mystery. Nobody knows where he was between.
Obviously, a lot more bossa nova than it ended up being.
But it sure ain't me. In Northern California.
It's so funny listening to the early stuff. I know exactly why I didn't keep doing that. Which is why I make voice memos, so I can listen back and be like, no. So then I have a bunch of voice memos over. I have June 9th, June 10th, June 10th, June 11th, June 13th. So what I typically do when I'm writing is I'll just play it every day. And then when I feel like I'm at a stopping point, I'll make a voice memo of it and be like, okay, this is where it's at right now. So this is 4 days later. Let's see if we made it. Different key.
My brother's an international man of mystery. Nobody knows where he was between 18 and 23. Well, somebody does, but it sure ain't me.
Melody's there.
Now he's somewhere in Northern California. Couldn't tell you his address, couldn't get there if I wanted to. He's so selective with clues. And I'm just the sister of the international man of mystery. Mysteries.
see if we have the verse.
Heard a rumor he drove 16 hours on an empty
Still with
stomach
that.
and a bottle of wine, and he only fell asleep twice. Sometimes he likes
So that's the story he told me. And then this is about him moving to Hawaii, which he did for 9 months.
We could paint self-portraits out of fire, and every evening
And just made bonfires every day.
every sun that was set.
Massive trash
Fell
pile.
madly in
But
love
probably illegal.
every night. My brother's an international.
Okay, so I mean, we got close, and then it doesn't look like I recorded anything until I started performing it, and I think that's when it actually found its shape. And the next time I recorded it was for my friend Nigel, who was like, "You need to send me a voice memo of it." And it's, I think, so this is in December. So this is after 6 months of performing it and playing it. And it just kind of like settled.
Somebody does, but it sure ain't me. Now
The dog's gonna howl.
Northern California.
So just like
I couldn't tell you his address.
like everything is relaxed, tempo is there, and this is basically where it solidified.
And I'm just the sister of the.
This was such a fun one to perform when I first wrote it. Still is. Yeah, it's, I mean, when you say, and he only fell asleep twice, that was me being like, fuck you for putting your life in danger. Like, I'm so mad at you. But now it's just kind of funny and shocking. Some people are very concerned when they hear it. Some people look at me and like, people's interactions with this song is all over the board. A lot of people will come up and say like, I'm that sibling, or like, I have a sibling like that. It's become quite the special tune. So this is in June 2020. And I had already arranged this song with my band because I had gone on a tour that was cut short by COVID starting. And we had rehearsed for a while, and this one hadn't been arranged. So I kind of live arranged it with just the bass and drums and my guitar. So I had the foundation completely sorted in my mind. So I thought that was a good place to start on a very confident one. So we both felt good about it.
Yeah, it all came together quite quickly.
Yeah, it did. I think we got, well, so if you could play the first bounce. So first bounce would be from day one. All the bounces we bounced after each day. Is it lower than it was?
No.
Oh, really?
Probably because
It is.
Because the mixes are quieter. The other one's mixed.
This is day one? Yeah, very impressive. It's very prolific, 8 hours.
My brother's an international.
I don't think it's the final vocal.
man of mystery.
It's not.
Nobody knows where he was between 18 and 20.
But it's basically the song as it ended.
But it sure ain't me.
Lots of
Now
mouth
he's
noises.
somewhere in Northern California. I couldn't tell you his address. I couldn't get there. If
Okay, so
I
now
wanted to.
They had the little like siren guitars that are like bringing you through the story. They're not in there. And no keys. Oh, we do have keys. I just
They changed them.
I replaced them with the big Yamaha.
I heard a rumor he drove 16 hours on an empty stomach and a bottle of wine.
Well, skip to the end.
Really?
I think we nudged that a little because I think I rushed it. My mallet work. Oh, that's it. the whisper in this one?
I'm just the
Oh, it doesn't have the presenting. Yeah. I mean, pretty much there. And then, do you want to play for the final one? Do you want to play it from the from the actual project, so we can solo stuff if we want to? There she is. A mile long. This is not that big. I laughed so hard making that bit. You had that's the first time I ever played a wah pedal. And I was sitting in here like trying to figure out how to make it work, and I was like, would it be funny? Do you have any like alternate? Because I know I tried a bunch of different licks for that opening. Wah.
There we go.
Oh, so that's 19 tries.
Yeah, here we go. So muting out that riff.
Not great. Big old chord. Maybe this is bad. Maybe people shouldn't see how I'm not. It's not great. But
That's the examples of why it's like you're kind of
I'm literally
demoing, you're writing the part
Yeah. So,
versus knowing this is the guitar part.
underneath pretty much every single part on this record is like 19 takes of me fumbling. And then like another 10 takes of me trying to get the perfect take of the part that I finally wrote.
Which one do we use? 12. It's 12.
Oh, wow. Which means we overshot it and then came back.
Yeah.
Which is usually it's the Elvis way of doing it.
Somebody does, but it sure ain't me.
Do you have like a favorite bit of this song? Which
I couldn't tell you is a
No, the
I
chunk.
couldn't get there if I wanted.
that didn't exist before we did it with the band. I wrote it without that part. And then when we were arranging with the band for the tour, I was like, this would be cool. So we tried it. Sick. Like all that little
Yeah, that's you.
automating, the panning.
Empty stomach and a bottle of wine, and he only fell asleep.
Keys are so sick there.
Yeah, sometimes he likes to let
I can't-
the angels
I don't exactly know what I did. I've tried to teach people these parts for live stuff. Can't remember it.
In the middle of the ocean,
That's the danger.
Right.
paints of portraits out of fire, and every evening he died with every song that was said.
That's all.
Oh, that's what we panned.
I'm madly in love with every woman he met. You're my brother's an international man of mystery. Nobody knows where
This song is-
it was between
It feels so chill, and then I remember there's so much going on.
Somebody does, but
Yeah, well, I think it's arranged in such a way that it's so much there, but it's
Sparse.
now he's
yeah, and it's just complimentary. Such a nice way.
Yeah.
Like the vocals there.
I couldn't get there if I wanted to. He's a selective
So breathy.
and I'm just the sister of the international man.
There's a lot.
It's-
Did you believe it? Oh, that was the best bit.
International man.
Going out down the road.
Presenting.
So good. So funny.
That was quite late, that edition.
That was a laughing at home, driving here, being like, no, I won't. And I'm like, let's do this.
I'm just the sister of the international man of mystery.
So nice how it just kind of floats off. Kurt Weill nod there. Full plagiarism. That's how you make a good record. Still the best bits. I love that. Such a cheesy ending. I love like a very strong resolve. It makes it, I think after it being so like blown out and there's so much narrative happening, it feels like such a big story song to have it end on like a, that was a song. Just feels like it kind of like mellows that out of it.
And in that sound of that keyboard, which ended up once when you got that,
Yeah.
it's somewhat the sound of the record, you know.
So
We used it so many times.
You'll see it. Great. That's international. That's International Man Mystery.